There's no going back to the world as we knew it, and now it's to create the world we want. But I started being a journalist in 1980. When I moved to Kenya as a young mother, I landed in that country about 12 years after independence. I really wanted to tell stories about things that were going on around me, and I volunteered to work for the newspaper. And they kind of scoffed at me and looked at me like I was crazy, but I just started writing stories about people who were doing interesting things. I wrote stories about creative people, active people, people who were transforming the world around them. And I saw that my stories triggered action. It was fantastic. And then I started writing books. I did eating out guides about all the incredible restaurants. And they didn't exist in eating out books. It didn't exist in Kenya. I started writing cookbooks. I am a very curious person. I am fascinated by what makes other people tick, and particularly what makes other people want to look around them and say, you know what, that could be better, and roll up sleeves and do what it takes to make it happen. And in my role as a journalist, and I wasn't trained, I always am in awe of those who are on the front lines, like my son Dan was. I was behind the scenes talking to the creators for the most part. I really love people who use their creativity or use creative problem solving to seek solutions, and then it was my job to help to get those solutions out in the world. And that to me is absolutely it's compulsive for me. I cannot stop. A young guy last night said, why do you keep going? Why don't you just go retire somewhere in Florida and you know, just take it easy? I can't think of anything more boring in the world than to not do what I get to do, which is to not only support people, but try to inspire people to want to play a role in changing the world around he, they, she, them. This is absolutely critical for us in our world, is that we each recognize the role we have to play in local and global transformation. And the reason I'm so compelled to do this right now is I have 8 grandchildren, and I look at their future and I'm really worried. I am terrified about what they're going to face. So every breath I take going forward is going to be to try to help us all realize how we can create this extraordinary world, this new creation that we can imagine, how we can actually make it happen. And that is so exciting. How can I not do it? Around the world, journalists are threatened more than ever before. In the last 18 months, 178 journalists have been killed in Israel and Gaza. 176 Gazan journalists and 2 Israelis. So that is heartbreaking. But that is not unique. Around the world, journalists are being targeted, harassed, killed, tortured, imprisoned for trying to tell a story. I think what's happening right now in the world is the wake-up call. There's no going back to the world as we knew it. That's the end of the world as we knew it, and now it's to create the world we want. Not the world that's being foisted upon us. We don't want that world. We want the world we want, which is a just, equitable, fair, joyous world with grace extended to all, not just to some.